Hello, Princess, from the Viking Crown Lounge. It is day 2, and it feels like the cruise is almost over already. Anyway, after the super fun day, all my days seem to be super fun. Okay, I'm okay with that. It is evening time on the ship. Thinking about dinner, it is still pretty early. I don't even think it's 7 o'clock, but there's not really a whole lot to do, and, well, So I am probably just going to take a tour of the deck. There's another ship out there. It belongs to Carnival. Sitting out here just wandering, not really aimlessly, but with nothing else to do, kind of like me, so I know how she feels. Who knows what tonight will bring? I really don't know. The show is a production show by, I guess, the singers and dancers, so probably we'll make the 10 o'clock, 10:30 version of that, or maybe go to sleep early, because we do have another super exciting and super fun day at Coco Key tomorrow. As planned, back in the dining room, and I've spoken to some more guests about the Coco Beach Club experience, and they also loved it. The thing they loved most about it was the food, which is important to me, but the consensus remains that in this situation, it's not really worth it because everything else is so accessible. So I made the right decision. I was able to get it changed. Was no problem at all. Just stopped by the shore excursion desk, let them know what I wanted to do, and they're going to cancel the Coco Beach Club and transfer my reservation, or make a new one. I don't know, however they do it, for Thrills Water Park from today to tomorrow, or today when you're watching this, or sometime in the past. Either way. So I'm good. I have the water park tomorrow, and pretty much the island to ourselves, really. And okay, it worked out well. I will say that if we had one day and I didn't go to the water park, it still would have been a great day. Like Labadee, the floating bar is a terrific venue, and had a great time out there. There's always interesting people. Well, the 2 times I've been to one out there. So, great way to spend the afternoon. Had I done the water park in the morning, spent the rest of the day on the floating bar, it would have been a truly perfect day. But more importantly, it is time to start dinner because my forced course, definitely. My first course has been served. This is the roasted tomato soup, another staple that I would frequently order. Makes it easy to, compare different venues. We'll see how this goes. If not to my taste, there's other things that I would not mind at all trying. So I'm gonna dig in. You don't really dig into soup. What do you scoop into it? Interesting. Either way, let's go. The roasted tomato soup was good, but either they used a recipe that doesn't ask for it, which is a little strange, or they forgot, probably not, the cream. It was a little too tangy for my taste. It was closer to a marinara than a soup. So it was good, enjoyable, but I was expecting something a little bit different, but, c'est la vie. I did, however, get another appetizer to try that, and it's a completely different direction. So what I got was, or is actually, a salmon tartare, or the salmon tartare. The salmon tartare was interesting, cooked or pickled, not what I expected. It did remind me of another dish I have had before, I just don't remember where. So if they're going on that inspiration, then it works. Not really to my taste. I was expecting basically raw salmon, ground with spices and everything like that. Either way, kind of a middle of the road thing. So if I remember, I probably wouldn't get it again. But I'm not unhappy I had it. I'm about to order my main. Let's ask what chef recommends, but I do have my eye on something. This is the roasted rack of lamb with mint jelly. Very similar to yesterday's dish, so I'm thinking this might be up there with it, which, it would be a good thing. at this point, but preparation, presentation is spot on. So hopefully that translates into the whole dish. I'm really beginning to think that their menus are specifically catered to an older palate. The gravy or reduction that was served with the lamb chops reminds me of something from a long time ago, like a very old traditional recipe, like something from your grandmother's cookbook or something like that. Something that, I guess, well, traditional, that has been since surpassed by other, techniques and methods, but a lot of the clientele here might remember fondly. Again, prepared technically correctly, but just, I don't know, it just lacks something. Now, this is the best dish so far, and it was pretty good. Although I could tell each piece came from a different animal. This was pretty good. Not as good as the main yesterday, but it was worth getting. So I did enjoy it. But we are not over. I realized, you may have seen already, I had very little food on the island, and I was around and around and around, and being in the water and everything, it's very draining. Burns a lot of energy that has to be replenished. So I need to have at least 2 main courses. I mean, physiology and all, right? This is the garlic tiger shrimp. Presentation, again, is spectacular and actually smells pretty good, which is very, very often a good indicator of things to come. All right, let's do this, because believe it or not, I am still hungry. That was an interesting one. The right side of the plate was really good. The left side was covered in salt. Very strange. And yeah, the left side of the plate was really good. The right side was covered in salt. I don't know that it matters, but that's how it was. So the sauce was nice and buttery. The shrimps were cooked perfectly, but it was just kind of weird. The different parts of the plate had completely different flavor profiles because of salting. Anyway, okay, I finished it. Yeah, it was good. And we're finally going to move on to dessert. And I know I didn't show you earlier, but just don't worry, I am saving room for the barbecue chicken pizza. This is a tres leches. And if you are wondering about the weird angle, yes, I started it before I took a picture of it. The tres leches was a winner in a weird MacGyver sort of way. I can tell that a lot of the components are off the shelf or standard, but the way it was put together worked, and it worked pretty well. I enjoyed that. Best part of the meal so far. But there is one last opportunity to top that, and that'll be here in a second. So let's see. I mean, at this point, yeah, 2 apps, 2 main. That doesn't work either. That's kind of weird. 2 apps, 2 mains, and it will be 2 desserts if you couldn't guess by now. This is the royal chocolate cake and vanilla ice cream. Now, they are technically 2 separate items. However, they are already up by at least 5 points because there is a 1-to-1 ratio of ice cream to cake. That is the correct ratio. And before I forget, the cake and ice cream is good. It's really hard to mess up chocolate cake and vanilla ice cream. And since it was the perfect ratio, it was very easy to eat. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot going on tonight. I'm tired from the island. There is just a production cast show and a game show and the regular live entertainment. So who knows? Probably just tool about for a little bit and then get sleep, because I do want to get to the water park as early as possible tomorrow. Like I said, not a whole lot going on the ship tonight, just the venue entertainers. There was a production show which I missed because I went to the game show. I decided to just have a quick snack before bed. Do want to try and sleep good. Well, yeah, I already told you why. So stop by Cafe Promenade for the chicken pizza, no, barbecue chicken pizza and a chocolate bar. I think that's what they call it. Chocolate bar and the chicken pizza, if you couldn't tell the difference. So we just nibble on this and off to bed. Off to bed. Whatever. That barbecue chicken pizza was really good. Could have had that for dinner and been perfectly satisfied. The chocolate cake thing, it was okay. Anyway, the best news though is I can feel the ship moving. Yes, it does remind me though that I kind of lost my sea legs a little bit, but it's good to feel back again, if that's a thing, or a weird way to put it. I don't know. Anyway, I am off to bed because I'm quite tired and looking forward to the water park tomorrow. Had to change the plans last minute, not a big deal. Bad weather in the morning and made the best of it. And I have been trying to find a problem for today other than these nuisances. Maybe I mentioned it earlier, just having to change plans. And now I'm kind of stressing because I don't really know how to end this. But I guess that is why I am thankful for my problems.